Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is Emily. I do beauty content and sometimes I do plus size fashion. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a new thing on my channel. I'm going to shop my stash. The weather here in Sweden are a bit so-and-so. It's kind of grey and it's a storm and it's kind of snowing. So I was going to film me actually picking out the products in the drawer. But unfortunately it's too dark and I don't want to put on my ring light for that, so I have picked out items that I'm going to use in February, so if you want to see what I shopped, then please keep watching. As you may know, I'm on a no buy / low buy. I am only allowed to buy stuff that I run out of, and to be honest, the only thing I can run out of is skincare and hair care. The rest I have multiple backups of, so I think that this will go pretty well. It has gone pretty well in January so far. When I'm filming this, it's the end of January. Yes, I think I need to pull one more setting spray in because okay. Let's shop my stash for February. I haven't chosen any lip products or any eyeliners or single eyeshadows. I'm thinking that I'm going to grab them as I go. And if that doesn't work, and I will see that in the end of February, then I will do another. Then I will change it for March, so maybe in March I will actually pick liners and stuff, but I'm fairly confident that I will remember to pick out a glitter or something, or like a single shadow for February. Let's start out with base products, and this is going to be products that I have opened. I don't want to open anything new right now. So for primers, I actually have 3. I have the e.l.f. Putty Poreless Primer, and I think that I will be out of this before February is over. That is good. Then I have my Budgie Prep Talk Smoothing Centella Pre-Makeup Face Mask. This is like a primer. I think I have a little bit more than half of it left. And then I have my favorite primer open, and it's the Face Shop Air Cotton Makeup Base in Mint. It has SPF in it. You've seen me rant about this. But those are the primers that I thought that I would use. Then moving on to foundations. I have 3 opened, and that is what I'm going to stick to for now. I have the Missha, what is this called? Missha Magic Cushion Cover Lasting in number 21. It's just a cushion foundation. It looks like this. I usually use this on the weekends because it's a little bit too dark for me. So I have that. I want to use that up, and I think that I might be able to do that in February. Then I have the H&M Perfect Hydrating Foundation. I have mine in the shade 1W Cashew. I don't have much left of this at all. Maybe like, it's hard to see, but maybe this much. So yes. And then one of my all-time favorites, the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil in the shade Pale Light. I just recently opened this. It's one of my favorites. So 3 makeup bases. I think that is quite alright. And then I have 3 concealers opened at the moment. I have my Makeup Mecca Hydro Shape Concealer in the shade Porcelain. I love this concealer, to be honest. It's cheap and it's light enough to highlight my face. I highlight under my eyes, but I also highlight here because I have my foundations are a little bit too dark. So yes, this. Then I have the Etude Big Cover Concealer Skin Fit Pro in the shade 17C1. I think that the shade was Porcelain. This is a bit pink toned, but I do actually like it. It's a bit drier of a formula than this. This is a much more watery consistency, but I like it so far. And then for a couple of weeks ago I opened the AOA liquid concealer in porcelain. It's a thicker consistency as well, so, and those I have opened, so those I want to use. Then moving on to brows, and I don't know, I have, let me see if I should, yes, I'm putting that aside, yes. I have a deep brow pomade. This is the Milani Stay Put Brow Color in Auburn. I want to use this a little bit more before it completely dries up. Then I have the LH Cosmetics Infinity Brows Sketch and Sculpt in Auburn. Then I have one use left of my Anastasia Brow Wiz in Auburn as well, or maybe two. So I want to use that up. And then my last thing for my brows is the MAC brow set in clear. Mine is looking not clear because I obviously use it. I love this stuff. And then my mascara is going to be the Maybelline Sky High that I recently opened and I love. So those are all of the base products that I'm going to use in February. I also have a Flower Beauty Seal Real Hydrating Setting Spray in Dewy Finish that I recently opened. For powders, I have 3 that are open and that I want to use for now. And the first one being the Fenty Beauty. What is this called? Oh, I don't have that much left of this. Pro Filter Mini in Lavender. It's a setting powder for my under eyes. I have the Misha Airy Pot powder in translucent. I have like 2 uses left, so I want to use that up. And then I have my Skin Food Peach Cotton Multi-Finish Powder in porcelain, in translucent, or whatever. It looks like this. It's one of my favorites. So those are the powders, and that I believe was every bit of my base, like my foundations and stuff. Moving on to actual cheek products then. I want to start out with bronzers. So, and I did not pick that many to be honest. But first I have this Nip and Fab Fix Sticks Definition Sticks in Cool Taupe. This is my cream contour. I want to use this more because it's getting a few years on it and I want to be able to use as much as possible. I have it on today. I just take a little tiny bit, you can hardly see it. So yes, then I have 4 bronzers, and first of all I have the Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. Mine looks like this. I want to use this more because I want to get rid of this because it's getting really old. That's why I picked that. Then I have the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, and I haven't used this in a really long time, and it's one of my oldest bronzers in my collection. It looks like this, and I think that I might be able to hit the pan on it soon. So I'm putting it in my February shop mustache so that I can use it. And then I have 2 bronzers that I haven't really used that much, or are kind of some of my newest bronzers to my collections. I have the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Bali Sands. This is an absolute gorgeous bronzer. It's light enough for me to use during the winter because I am really fair, so I'm going to include that. And the last one is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Radiant Bronze Light. Also a stunning shade. So those are the bronzers that I picked. As I said, 2 of them are really old that I really want to get more use out of, and 2 of them are kind of not maybe my newest, but some of my newest to my collection. And then blush, and this was really hard. I own about over 100 blushes, I think, and I want to be able to alternate. So now I picked some things that I haven't used, like that I have barely used, or that is kind of old in my collection, or that I haven't used in a really long time. So let me just dig in. I have the Makeup Mecca Back to Basic Chill Down Tones. This is a blush palette. I have used it once or twice. So that's basically why I picked that. Then I have the Kiko Milani Top Pears Blush in Raspberry, Rose and Peach. I bought this off a friend on Facebook. It looks like this. I have barely used this. As I said, I bought it used from a friend, but I have barely used this, and I love Kiko Milani stuff, so that's why I picked that. And then I have this Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Mojave Mauve. And this is new. I got it like 2 or 3 years ago. I think 2 years ago, and I have barely used it. I'm using it today, and it looks like this. It's an absolutely stunning formula. I've used it now for 2 days, so I'm including that. Then I'm including the NYX Sweet Cheeks Glow in Red Riot, because it's still winter and I need something dark for my cheeks. I love the formula of this. Then, this is an old in my collection, but one of my favorites. This is the Lottie London Blush Crush in the color Sack. It looks like this. I've used this a lot. It used to be a bit more high over dome, but it's an absolute stunning shade, perfect for winter. And I love the formula of that. Then I have the Benefit Mini Gold Rush, and I don't think that I've ever used this. I think it's also like 2 years in my collection. It looks like it's this. It's a bit of a warmer toned blush, but it doesn't show up. It's not highly pigmented. So I picked this out because, as I said, I have barely used it. It needs to be used in order for me to make up my mind if I want to declutter something. Then the rest is... No, I have one more that isn't a cream. I have the MAC Mineralized Blush in Warm Soul. And the reason I picked this is because it's one of my newest blushes in my collection. I got this in my advent calendar from MAC. This is, for me, is a spring color, but since it's new, I want to use it and make up my mind about it. And then I have five cream blushes, and then we're done with blushes. I have this She Glam Plum Wine blush, and I have never used this, and that is why I'm picking this. It's this dark plummy shimmery shade. Looking forward to trying that. I have the I'm Mem Pepper Balm, Fingertip Pepper Balm. This was a multi-use product, so I want to try this for my cheeks. I have the Juicy Pang blusher from Apu in Persimmon. It's a warm toned blusher. It's absolutely stunning. It's also one of my newest to my collection. Then I have the Fenty Beauty cream blush in Cool Berry, and I chose this because it's a cool toned, and creams go bad before powders does. And then one of my newest blushes. This is the Moisture Cushion blush from the brand The Face Shop, and this is in number 2 pink, and this is also kind of a cool toned pink. It looks like this. It's a bubblegum cool pink, and it's not that pigmented. And that was all of... No, I have one more blush. I am sorry. I have the Odensai Fruit Blusher in Elva. I haven't tried this, so that's why this is being included. It's new. I bought it off on Black Friday, I think. I just need to open it, sorry. It looks like this. It's in the shade Sweet Peach. It's a Mauve blush, so I don't know why they call it Sweet Peach. But I picked that as well, and mainly because I haven't used it and I want to make up my mind about it. Yes. Then let's move into highlighters. Okay, so highlighters. I have chosen not as much highlighters as I did blush, but I have chosen quite a few. Let me start off with my palette. This is the Odensai Solmåne highlighter palette, and the reason I picked this is because it's new and it's absolutely fabulous. I mean, look at that. This will be great for inner corners as well, because this is a blue. This has a blue tint, and this has a more like a champagne gold undertone to it. So I picked that. Let's see if I can fit it in this. I have chosen a box for my face stuff. That was that, and then the Ofra highlighter in Pillow Talk. It's a pink tone one. I chose this because this has barely been used in my collection, and it's like 4 years old. Then I have one of my oldest highlighters. This doesn't look like this anymore even. This is the Too Faced Candlelight Glow highlighting powder duo. I chose this because it's my oldest one. I think that after this year is over, this is going in my makeup memory box. This must be like 7 years old by now. It smells, doesn't smell anything, so, and it swatches good, but yeah, I want to make more use out of this, so that's why I picked that. Then the Kiko Milano Glow Fusion blush, Glow Fusion powder highlighter in number 1. This has a pink undertone to it, and it's really good. Then the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. This has not gotten the love it deserves. This is an absolutely stunning highlight. It's getting quite old, and that's the theme. I want to use it. And then 2 more newer highlights to my collection. This is the UA powder highlighter in Citrine. This is what I'm wearing on my face today. This is a gold highlighter. It looks really dark, but I can make it work. And it's the only gold highlighter it's the second gold highlighter I've chosen for this. The other are more like of a pinky toned ones, but this is absolutely stunning. And then my last highlighter is this Misha Prism Highlight Touch of Light, and this is also fairly new to my collection, so that's why I chose that. And I do believe that that was everything for my face. Yes, so I'm putting it back. This is going to be really exciting. I'm really pleased with the things that I've chosen. So let's move on to eyes. And in February there are 28 days, as you know, and I have chosen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have chosen 17 eyeshadow palettes, and then I 17 or 18, and I want to incorporate my single shadows and my glitters as well. So, and that's why I only picked 17. I don't know, I've never shopped my stash, maybe this is too much, but let's run them through. The Hocus Pocus Gather Round Sisters from Colourpop. This broke on me. You will see that video. I've lost the shade here, so I cannot really, I will store this laying down. I've used this once and it's new, so that's why I'm incorporating it. I have the Kaleidos and Club Nebula palette. I have used this 3 times, and everybody raves about Kaleidos, so I need to give this a second chance. It's really not a favorite of mine, but it's so pretty. Then another new one. This is the LH Cosmetics, the new Golden 20s. This is a bit more of a neutral eyeshadow palette, and that's why I chose that. It's new and it's quite neutral, and I've only used it once. The LH Cosmetic Infinity Glam palette I've used like 2 or 3 times, but it's new and I want to incorporate it. And then my Infinity Deep palette by LH Cosmetics. I've used this once on my eyes, and now I'm actually, not today, but I'm actually using the red shift shade to fill in my brows, so that's also why I have kept this out. But my intention is to use it as an eyeshadow as well. Then let's dig into new stuff. This is new to me. This is the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast palette. I have never used this, and that's why I have incorporated this into Shock My Stash in February. Even the plastic is still on. Let me remove that. It's a green palette. Love that. Can't wait to try it. So hopefully I will do more than one look. Then I have the BH Cosmetics Absinthe palette. It's also new to my collection. I have the Colourpop Lucky Penny palette. This hasn't been used either. I bought this on Black Friday. It got them to me in the middle of December, and I was supposed to use these during January, but I've been sick a lot in January. Not COVID, but I've been sick a lot. This is the Lucky Penny one. It's also kind of a neutral shade, neutral palette. Can't wait to play with this. As you can see, my theme is to use some of my newer palettes now to get a feel of how I like them. And then I have the Colourpop The Mandalorian. This is a green grunge palette as well. It looks like this. Super stunning. Haven't played with it, haven't had the time. Then let's move into some smaller palettes. These are all new except for 2 of them. I chose the Dose of Color Sassy Siennas because I think it's a really good neutral option, and whatever shimmer you decide to use with this will look absolutely awesome, so I chose that. I also chose the Catrice 5 in a Box palette in the shade Warm Spice Look. This is one of my favorite, like orange toned, warm toned eyeshadow palettes, and I haven't used it since September, so there we go. Then I have quite some new stuff. This is the Romand palette in number 3, I guess. It's a K-beauty brand. This is also kind of a sheer looking neutral thing. I have used this once or twice, so that's why I picked it. And then I have this that I got in my calendar. This is the Peri Para. It was called something like 8 pan something. This I've used once. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's more of a subtle look than I'm used to, and I'm incorporating this because it's new and I want to build an opinion on it. If I can, I don't know. Then I have this Natasha Denona Mini Gold. I've used this once. It was absolutely stunning. I can't wait to play more with this. And then my last mini palette, I have a more larger one. It's this e.l.f. Mint Melt eyeshadow in Mint to Be. I have never used this, so that's why I'm incorporating this. Yes, then we have 4 palettes left. I have the Gloss Gods Incendio palette. I have used this once or maybe twice. It's a stunning palette, and I don't know, it kind of got forgotten in my makeup collection, so I'm going to make it my mission to use this once or twice in February. Then I have the Solmåne by Odenseye. It looks like this. I've used this once. It was absolutely stunning. Can't wait to play more with that. I also picked out the Elva palette by Odenseye. I've used this once or twice. Stunning look, stunning palette, and I do love the formula of Odenseye. And then my last palette that I picked, it's the Beauty Bay and Wilderness palette. I've used this twice, not on camera, but I've used this twice, and it looks like this. And the formula is one of the best formulas I've ever tried, to be honest. So I want to do a look with this again pretty soon. And that was all of my eyeshadow palettes. As I said, I've never done this. I don't know if 17 is too much or 18 or whatever it was. For my eyeshadow base, I'm going to use up this P. Louise base. I'm not going to take out another one now, but if I run out of this, I'm going to take a new one from Makeup Revolution that is the same. I'm placing it on the floor. That is the same thing. But yes. I do believe that was everything. As I said, I'm not sure if 17 is too much, but now I have so many color combinations. I can do like a soft look, I can do like a green look, I can do a red look, I can do a blue look, I can do more subtle things. As I said, I have some single shadows that I want to incorporate, but I'm not going to do that now, and I'm not going to pick lips. I don't know if I said that, but at the end of the month, when I do my roundup, I'm going to place all of my used lipsticks in this so that I can keep track of what I used to do in February. I'm also going to write down every palette that I picked today, and when I use them I'm going to put a star right next to it so I know that I used it or how many times I used it. Because say that I don't have the time to use all of this, then I want to know what I should bring into March or not. But I do believe that was everything, and I'm looking forward to this so much. Now I picked many new palettes, but I have really old palettes that needs love as well, so I'm going to try to choose them a bit for March. Anyway, if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see here on my channel, please leave a comment down below. If there's anything else, just say hi. And until I make another one, you guys, please take care. Bye!